If you're looking to level up your home entertainment, then chances are you've thought about a projector, and if so, this one has probably been on your radar. The Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2 is a cinematic grade RGB Triple Laser Projector that's been making waves in the home cinema world, but is it worth the hype? Hey guys, Louis here from Smart Home Sounds, and as fans of the channel know, I love my TV tech. But when a new brand or product makes this much noise, you know we have to check it out. Valerion, the brand behind the VisionMaster Pro 2, specialise in home cinema projectors and are now rolling out a whole new lineup, the VisionMaster series. The range includes 5 models: the Plus, Plus 2, Pro, Pro 2, which we have right here, and the Max, which is launching later this year. But here's the interesting bit. The VisionMaster series debuted on Kickstarter, becoming the most funded projector campaign in crowdfunding history and one of the biggest crowdfunded projects of 2024, raising over $10 million. Now, we first saw the Pro 2 and the Max at CES earlier this year, and we were pretty impressed. Now, we've been really eager to get our hands on this product ever since, to see if it really is a Hollywood standard projector as they claim. So let's find out. Right off the bat, price-wise, the VisionMaster Pro 2 comes in at £2,999, though of course you will need a screen to go with that as well. Now for that price point, this projector ticks a lot of boxes with some seriously impressive specs. As mentioned, this is a 4K RGB Triple Laser Projector, so we can expect pure, vibrant colours, higher brightness, and a better HDR performance. It can project screen sizes from 40 inches all the way up to a whopping 300 inches. Now, realistically, 300-inch is overkill for most UK homes, but the option is definitely there if you want to go big. Now, this is a long throw projector, but as you'll see in testing, it's super flexible with placement thanks to having an actual optical zoom, and a bit more on that later. In terms of brightness, Valerion claims up to 3000 ISO lumens, which is super bright for a projector in this category. But what's arguably more impressive is the 15,000:1 contrast ratio. It also supports premium video formats like Dolby Vision, IMAX Enhanced, HDR10, HDR10+, and Active 3D for those who still enjoy 3D content at home. So it sounds like the VisionMaster Pro 2 is promising a lot, so let's get it set up. Okay, so it comes in this durable packaging, which also doubles up as a pretty nice carry case, which means you could also take this on the go. Out of the box, it's an interesting design for a projector. Now, I obviously saw this at CES and was a big fan of the design, but I'd forgotten just how compact it is. It does feel, and in my opinion, look like a nice premium product with some nice finishing touches, and the more unique styling gives it a good blend between home cinema tech and a more lifestyle product. The build quality and materials used is seriously impressive too, and even the remote shows the attention to detail that Valerion have put into this product. For setup, there are adjustable feet on the bottom which twist to fine-tune the angle, and this stand at the front also helps getting it right in your space. A nice touch, which again makes it practical for use in multiple spaces, from moving it in your living room to outside, for example, though there is a screw mount on the bottom so you could ceiling mount it for a more permanent setup. As mentioned, the remote is also really nicely designed. It feels premium and has backlit buttons, which I really appreciate. It would be nice if the whole thing was backlit, but it's better than nothing at all. The shortcut buttons are also well thought out, giving you quick access to everything you need. Now, for those of you guys who do prefer to go hands-free, we do have Google Assistant built in with mics on the top here. On the back, we've got a strong selection of ports, including 3 HDMI 2.1 ports, one of which is an eARC port, so great for soundbars or home theatre setups, and there's also an Ethernet port for wired internet, though this one does have Wi-Fi built in too. We're using a 120-inch ALR screen from Valerion here, which looks pretty massive in our studio space, and I've got the projector just under 3 meters away. I'll flash up a chart for you to see your options for distance and screen size. Right, so I've got it all set up now, which was actually pretty quick to do. Some projectors can be really fiddly to align properly, but this one has multiple settings to get it set up accurately. We've got auto screen fit, auto keystone, auto focus, and auto obstacle avoidance. But the key thing to note is the optical zoom, which is a pretty big deal. Unlike projectors that digitally shrink the image, which reduces quality, This one has a motorized optical zoom. Now that means no resolution loss and no weird pixelation. You get true 4K clarity whether you increase or decrease the screen size. The Optic Flex lens system gives you a 0.9 to 1.5 throw ratio, so there's plenty of flexibility when it comes to placement. You can even place the projector off angle and get it all lined up. So there is a fair amount of flexibility with this projector. You can adjust the physical height using the stand and feet, and there are plenty of settings to dial in the image. That said, I do wish it had lens shift for even more freedom. Being able to move the image up or down without distortion makes setup much easier, especially if your room doesn't allow for the perfect height or placement. Now it is worth noting that the upcoming VisionMaster Max arriving later this year will have lens shift. So now we're up and running, the first thing that I've noticed is just how quiet it is. Even at full brightness, the fan noise is barely noticeable, which is great. Now the projector runs on Google TV OS, which is one of my personal favorites, and if you have a Sony TV, you'll definitely feel right at home. It's simple to use, has loads of built-in apps, and is nice and clean, not overrun with ads. The VisionMaster Pro 2 also has native Netflix support, which isn't always the case with projectors in this category, so that's great to see. You can also stream from any device with AirPlay 2, Chromecast, and Miracast, and it offers smart home integration as well. I've been putting this projector through its paces, testing lots of different content and have been gaming with my PS5 as well. Now keep in mind that what you can see in this review isn't going to be 100% accurate as to what I can see right here in real life, especially as triple laser projectors aren't the easiest to film, but even so, I'm hoping you guys can get a good idea of the performance here. Overall, this offers an impressive viewing experience. The VisionMaster Pro 2 is bright, especially for a long throw projector. In our studio with no natural light, it's bright enough to give a big screen TV-like experience on a much larger scale. But brightness is only part of the equation, and the contrast is where this projector really starts to stand out. Black levels are good, but they really come into their own when you enable EBL, or Enhanced Black Level, a proprietary technology from Valerion designed to enhance the depth and richness of black tones, making the darkest darks more vivid and lifelike, rivaling some of the TVs we've reviewed. Now I'll show you guys the performance with EBL off and on to show the difference it makes, but this setting clearly improves the depth of blacks, giving a more lifelike and punchy image. With this setting on, it enhances the black levels to achieve a 15,000 to 1 contrast ratio, which for a projector is very impressive indeed. Another standout feature is dynamic tone mapping, which dynamically improves the picture quality, helping to deliver that cinematic experience. Now, when you toggle this on, it will analyze HDR content and automatically adjust brightness and contrast, which means you shouldn't get overexposed highlights and crushed blacks. You can see in this example here, it gives a much more balanced cinematic look. Colours are also really nice and vibrant with this projector. It covers 110% of the Rec 2020 colour gamut and is ISF certified for colour accuracy. That means we get vibrant, true-to-life colours with no oversaturation. The colours are rich but still natural looking. Upscaling is solid with sharp and detailed images, even on low-res content, and motion handling is nice and smooth. In our testing, action movies and sport looked great. No major judder and no weird soap opera effect. You can also tweak the settings to your liking. Now, right here in our film studio, we've got no natural light whatsoever, so this projector is really in its element. But if we flick the lights on, as expected, in bright conditions, it's not ideal. It's still watchable, but a projector like this works best in a dark or low light environment. So if you plan to use it during the day, then you'll definitely want an ALR or ambient light rejecting screen to help combat light reflections. Now, it's not going to match a high-end bright TV in bright spaces, but if you're mostly watching in a low light setup, it's a great experience. The VisionMaster Pro 2 also comes with built-in 12-watt stereo speakers that support DTS Virtual X and Dolby Atmos. Now they're not bad and they will do the job, but 100% you want a full Dolby Atmos sound system which will match up the visual performance. It's also great to see we've got that eARC on the projector for that flexibility, though I'd need a long cable to run from the projector to a soundbar under the screen at the front. This projector also offers a decent performance for gaming, and the big screen gaming experience is always a win in my opinion. The vibrancy and impressive visuals provide a great experience, and I've definitely enjoyed testing it out. You are capped at 4K 60Hz, which gives you an input lag of 15 milliseconds. Not bad for a projector, but you can drop that even lower if you switch to 1080p up to 240Hz, which gives you an input lag of just 4 milliseconds. It does also have Wi-Fi 6E for cloud gaming. Overall, it's pretty responsive and good for most of the games that I've tested. It's not perfect for FPS and there is a subtle lag, but would be satisfactory for most moderate gamers. Now, there is also no support for VRR though, which is definitely worth noting. So, on to the big question then. Is this projector worth the hype and should you guys consider it? Well, personally, I do think Valerion have delivered on their claims with the VisionMaster Pro 2. It's a great home theatre projector that would work well in a variety of different spaces with a variety of different content. It ticks a lot of boxes on the spec front and has some great features, plus offers a top visual performance, especially with that enhanced contrast. Even though it's a long throw projector, I don't feel that you need to be a home cinema enthusiast to make the most of it, and it would be a great option if you're considering your first home cinema projector as well. Valerion definitely set high expectations, which can be tough to live up to, but having reviewed this projector over the past few weeks, I'm glad to say that they've delivered. And I have to say, if anything, this has made me very excited to test out the VisionMaster Max when that lands later this year. Of course, the main competitor for projectors isn't always projectors. It's likely you're questioning if a projector is the right choice versus a big screen TV. Now that's a tough call to make and not one that I can answer for you, as it will come down to your use cases, your space, your budget, and just how badly you want to experience such a big screen experience, which right now can only really be done with projectors. But if you've decided a projector is the way to go and you've got the right budget, then the VisionMaster Pro 2 should definitely be on your shortlist. But what do you guys think? Like the look of this projector? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you all very much for watching and we'll catch all of you guys in the next video.